There's no better feeling than a personal win, and the State Farm Personal Price Plan can help you do just that. Talk to a State Farm agent today to learn how you can bundle and save with the Personal Price Plan. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Prices are based on rating plans that vary by state. Coverage options are selected by the customer. Availability, amount of discounts and savings, and eligibility vary by state.
Everything you learned in history class was a lie. Well, maybe not everything, but they skipped the best parts. Introducing Stupiracy, where stupidity meets conspiracy. Ever heard of the Olympic marathon that nearly killed its runners? Or the time a pope put another pope's corpse on trial? Join me, Scott Rizzuto, and Tim McKernan as we uncover the most outrageous historical moments and mind-blowing conspiracies you won't believe actually happened. Tune into Stupiracy for your weekly dose of historical absurdity. Available wherever you get your podcasts. Remember, history is dumb, but laughing at it is smart.
And now, live from the TCL broadcast studios, it's Joe Souchere and Patrick Royce with Sports Talk.
You weren't paying attention, but Rookie drove this thing off the highway into the ditch and out. We're now out in the swamp trying to make our way out to the road.
What happened?
I don't know, Rookie.
Well, apologies to
I will defend Rook. That was not his
apologies to the
fault.
affiliates. ESPN had a bleep show that they sent via the network. 20 seconds of dead air, and I got to fit in Dummy's Pro Turf spot here, which I love Pro Turf.
And I'm off the air just haranguing him.
Yeah,
So
but it is fun when
ESPN
you
goes back to their their highlight, but there's nothing there.
No, 20 seconds of dead air, and then they started over again.
Okay.
So my apologies to the affiliates.
All
That
right.
It was a lot like Lance Lynn, that top of the hour
You know what?
update.
I miss the top of the hour ESPN one where the guy is like across the room and you get the 25 seconds and then they get there.
He's in the can.
And the Yankees won, and then they play the music.
Right,
it's
right.
over. And there's the
because his
update.
printer didn't work or something like
No,
that.
because he's over on the other side of the room having a heater or drinking
In the
or
bathroom.
hitting on somebody or something. You know.
Kenny, you're aware of the Lucas Glover story.
I was just hearing it for the first time from Phil.
Kenny might
she's
be
a
very
piece
into
of work.
this.
She's a piece of
For
work.
the all I know is what Phil said is on play day, when it's time for him to play, she drinks all day, and then he gets home and she starts in.
Oh, she went after Mama too, and she hit everybody. Then she tried to kick the window out of the cop car, and God Almighty,
Doesn't this guy do pretty good?
I mean, he's
a
104th in the world.
He's a former U.S. Open champion.
So worth 15 to 20 million.
Right there. That's my question. He's an earner.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
She's not going hungry.
Oh no, and she threatens to leave, and you'll never see the kids again.
So mom-in-law was staying with him too?
Yeah, Mom's name is Hershey.
Okay.
First name is Hershey. So Hershey and the crazy
Krista.
hot Matrix no-go zone chick, they're waiting for Lucas to come home and beat the crap out of
It
him.
was her mom and not his mom.
No, his mom. I'm sorry.
Oh, okay.
His mom.
Yeah,
But his mom was not attacking him. She attacked his mom and then him.
Well, he needs to.
No, but that's what I'm saying is Lucas Glover's mother was at the residence where Krista was having a few cocktails.
Apparently.
And getting upset that Lucas wasn't going to win first place.
In the
right?
Players' Championship.
Yes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, he needs to grab the keys to the bank account and hit the road.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe he's into that, you know?
I mean, the
You're
other
playing
players,
like a wuss.
the other players now, when they see him on the first tee, they got to go, man, I hope you play well, man.
Maroon for you.
I hope you make some money.
He's the only guy out there that gets 4 gimmies every round.
Yeah. Take that over, Lucas.
Yeah, pick it up.
We know what you're facing when you get home.
Don't worry, buddy.
Pick it up. We're not going to tell anybody.
So has the word been out on this previously?
He says, I'm tired of it. She does it all the time. Mm-hmm. Wouldn't it be comical if you wanted to get away with this sense of humor that who won the Webb Simpson won the Players? As he's accepting the check, he says, and I'd like to give half this to my pal Lucas Glover.
Just because of what she's trying to blame it on my mother, which is not the case at all. My wife has gone crazy.
Mm-hmm. Yep, he must be just nuts. Mm-hmm. And it's a great life for 100 people in the world. Professional golf. Yeah. It's a tough way to make a living. And he's on that bubble of the top 100 all the time.
And he was better 4 years ago.
Yeah.
He was better 4 or 5 years ago. So he's slipping a
Weren't
little.
we all?
Maybe it's the tensions at home that have caused him to slip.
Why would you even want to go home?
You know those putts, those short putts. You get the trebles, man.
Billy. Can you imagine, too?
I got to face Chris.
Mr. Glover, you have to leave the course. It's dark out.
No, I gotta stay here.
Yeah.
I'm sleeping in the locker room.
You think some of those days when he approaches home, he takes that extra
long way.
around the block a couple times?
Where is the U.S. Open this year?
Shinnecock.
Oh, good.
Mm-hmm.
It's in New York. Mm-hmm. You get a few New York.
Oh, my God, can you imagine?
Get a few New York fans. Too bad it's not Beth Page.
No, if it was Beth Page,
is
Lucas Glover would be leaving in a straitjacket. Hey! Hey, Lucas!
Hey, Colin!
Hey, where'd you get the hot, crazy Matrix?
Where'd you get the trophy wife?
Lucas, your wife fits you like a Glover.
Okay.
Maybe not. One too many?
Well, you kind of reached there.
One too many.
My favorite was when Monty was playing there, and they were suggesting they were all impressed with his man boobs. That was a good one. Hey, Colin!
Hey,
nice,
C-Cup!
Nice teats.
Hey, where'd you get the trophy wife?
Unbelievable.
Hey, Mickelson.
Switch.
Hit in the woods again.
Switch to a sports bra, pal.
Oh, they were unbelievable.
Hey, Bush, give me a ball.
This is from Beth Page.
Give me a ball, Bush. I voted for Gore, you Hey, Bush, give me a ball. Give me a ball. Hey, you're all right. Justice, but Cheney's paying you $6 million to do that. Where's Cheney? Justice. Hey, give me a ball. Give me a ball, Justice.
Another one from Beth Page. One more from Beth Page.
Hey, Chipper, you suck.
No, that's Chipper baseball. But Sergio, when he was there, he was dating Martina Hingis then, the tennis player.
That's right.
Well, right.
And they were on him about that, but he had the waggle problem then. You know, he had the
it took him
waggle.
forever.
And they'd count them for him.
Oh,
1,
no.
2.
Oh, my God.
would count 'em.
No.
See, what they had at Bethpage, they had 3 holes on one side of the golf course with a huge beer garden on the road. And then you had to go up this big hill to go to and walk back there. So they had 15,000 people at the beer garden on the side of this one fairway just taunting the hell out of everybody.
Wow. How's Jim Eisenreich doing?
Terrific. Fine.
Well,
family man.
Remember how the Boston fans treated him?
They were.
Hey, Eisenreich, are you nervous? What are you nervous about?
Yeah, they basically, that's the night that Jimmy really had
he had trouble with it. Yeah.
But, he's doing fine. Family man. I saw him in Kansas City 10, 12 years ago.
Well, in other words, he's got this Tourette's completely under control.
Yeah, he got the right meds.
Yeah,
they got him on the right meds, and everything was fine. Heck, he came back and played 8, 9 years. He was on the Phillies, and was he on the Marlins too in '97?
Yes,
right?
yes, he was.
He was on 2 World Series winners.
I'll be damned. Good for him.
93 and 97.
Yeah.
Hey, Sergio. You know, Venus kicked Martina's ass.
93, though. No, the
No, they
Phillies
lost, to Toronto.
But the 93 Phillies were the perfect atmosphere for him because they were all crazy. And his nickname was Dahmer because they thought he looked like Dahmer.
Oh, my God.
and it was such a crazy collection that it was part of they made him one of the boys. You know?
So was his? I mean, I followed his career because that was right when I was a diehard baseball fan. But did his problems limit him as a ball player? Because he had a pretty good career.
Well, it sure limited him with the Twins because he went home 3 straight years. Right, he tried it 3 straight years and couldn't play.
Okay,
because of the Tourette's, and then he got it. Then he got the right meds. The Twins for a while had him on the wrong meds. They would level him out, but they damn near put him to sleep.
Okay.
And you can't be going up there to hit.
No.
And falling
when
asleep.
you're drowsy.
Right.
So that did. But they finally got him on the right meds, and I think he was back in the big leagues in '86.
As Terry points out, by the way, Glover took home $21,340.
Well, that isn't enough.
She could buy a lot of booze with that winnings.
Yeah, I don't blame her. He should that's the biggest purse in golf.
Mm-hmm.
The
1.9.
TPC. You should be bringing home more than 21, you chump.
Wow.
6-3 St. Louis in the 7th.
Yes, the Zach Duke, Taylor Rogers, and Lance Lynn was brutal again. He 4 innings, limped through 4 innings, but he threw God, I don't know how many. He had 65 pitches in the first 2 innings or something.
This might be the nicest day you'll get all season long at the ballpark.
I'll tell you what, last night at the ball yard was tough to
pretty
beat.
Good?
2 hours and 45 minutes, nice crisp ball game. Everybody played good in 2 hours and 45 minutes.
This is the game where you'd want Champions Club seats and get your money's worth. Nice warm day. About a 4-hour ball game.
Boy, they're not drawing, though. Last night they gave away smocks, right?
Scrubs.
Not smocks.
Well, who in the hell wants to wear a smock?
A scrub.
A scrub.
Same thing.
You do, Rook?
Yeah, I would.
All right.
I would.
Yeah, scrubs, and they only had 24,000.
Why? What is a scrub? What, a nurse wears?
Nursing outfit.
Why would you wear that?
I want people to think I'm a doctor.
A serious question. Why in the hell would that be in a tree? I'm not going to the ballpark to
Sleep
get
in them.
Oh, you don't need that.
Pajamas.
Well, I'm married to one, and she wanted to go to the game to get a pair.
They're just loose fitting. It's casual. You can garden with them. You could
These
go
aren't
to the.
These
Why don't you
aren't the
garden
ones
with
you
this?
get like when you're a patient and you tie
Yeah,
them.
so your ass is
Tie
sticking
them
out the
Yeah,
back end?
I would go the full.
People can see. People can see your.
Yeah, you can see your butt down those things.
It's the mooner. We call it the mooner. He's wearing a mooner.
That's what the Saints should do. They like to do wacky.
Yeah.
Instead of giving away scrubs, give away the tie-on.
Right
things
to
and
the
show your rear
hospital
end.
garment night.
Yes.
But you could.
That's the worst thing about the hospital.
Yep.
I don't mind them, cutting something out or,
Right.
You don't mind blood.
I don't mind the surgeries. I just don't like walking around with my ass out.
I would do the full surgical mask, gloves. I would order my red cow at tart like this with my hands up in the air as if I'd just been scrubbed down for surgery.
Yeah, that's right.
Dr. Mikulski, your burger is ready.
Yeah. Dr. Mikulski would have the loneliest office in America.
And I don't ever think that's been said.
Shucks, I should have paid more attention and taken out
I just double-clicked something. and I
taken out
lost
the
it.
bad kidney instead of the good
I don't think that's a phrase that's ever been said before. Dr. Mikulski.
You sure you needed that spleen?
Yeah. Is it the left one or right one? The dyslexic surgeon.
This game is not played briskly today, is it?
No, not only did Lance Lynn not throw any strikes, but the St. Louis lad had some trouble. I'd have to look it up, but it had to be 120 pitches the first 2 innings between the two of them. That's Mackey. I was talking to him. He makes a very good point. Why do baseball games take so long? Because there are 40 more pitches thrown than there were 8 years ago.
We have to take this
game.
caller.
Dave?
Hi, Joe. I got a great story. I coached Little League for about 6 years.
Yep.
And one day we're at a park. In fact, Patrick walks by once in a while, and my son was catching, and he come back to me in tears, and he said, Dad, he says, the umpire called me the F word. And I says, well, what do you mean? Well, what he was doing is when he was having his outbursts, he would swear at my son, and then it would kind of cause the whole team to fall apart.
So the ump had Tourette's syndrome?
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
That'd be bad for an ump, wouldn't it?
I think so.
Yeah. All right. Thank you.
Well, I
he's
don't
telling
know.
everyone.
Yeah.
I think
Would it be bad?
I think the legend that if you have Tourette's, you uncontrollably swear is nonsense.
I don't
not-
have a clue.
I mean,
I don't know.
some
That's
people.
not what I've come across.
I mean, I don't have Tourette's.
I was going to say, I work with a guy every day that seems to have Tourette's.
I don't have Tourette's.
If I were you, I'd say you did.
You're borderline. You're borderline.
Best is during a Twins game. I'll walk to get some water. Blame it. Well, he's watching.
And
They're
I
watching the
don't
ball
have
game.
Tourette's, so it's all BS.
You got to shut the door when you're doing it.
Hit it in the water, you bleed.
Oh my God!
Reminds me of something like Lewis Black as an umpire behind them. You are bleeping out.
The wife got on me yesterday about that very thing. I was watching the Twins game, and 2 days ago, and I throw a strike. She said, don't say that word. I said, I don't say it when the kids are around.
Costa Rica.
You know, the grandkids are over. I rarely say it.
Rarely. You got in trouble once for saying a bad word, though, didn't you, with them?
Oh,
Grandpa,
yeah. They have a definition of a bad word that does not.
Yeah, kids have no. Yeah, they don't understand.
Hell or damn or shut up.
I think it was hell. I think you said hell, and you got in trouble for that years ago.
The best is with mine, the eyes that get really big when I'll say, when I raise my voice. Dad, that's a bad word. No, it's not. It's not a bad word. You want to know a bad word? I'll tell you a bad word.
Hey, sit down and shut up for 5 minutes.
Thankfully, in my house, my wife's language is more salty than mine, so he didn't learn anything from me.
Krista Glover. Here's Krista Glover, probably. I wonder if she's got Tourette's. Is that what caused her to swear at her hubby?
The Krista Glover School of Manners.
How can that guy ever tee it up again?
Yeah, it's brutal.
It's just some things you can get
golf
over.
Crowds are not like they used to be. You know, there used to be this reverential.
Right.
Now
golf
and they
class.
support everybody.
Now it's
right.
they just get drunk and scream at you. You know.
Can you imagine if this had happened before? Remember what was the big controversy at the Ryder Cup where they were all given?
Danny Willett
for his brother.
Danny Willett's brother.
Yeah,
wrote the editorial over there.
Danny Willett, by the way, who has not been heard from since the Masters victory.
Brother basically ruined his career by making him. I mean, it was brutal out there. I followed him around for 4 or 5 holes, Willett, and they were just brutalizing him.
Because I don't know if Glover's good enough to be on a team like that.
He was on a couple of Ryder Cup teams. Mrs. Glover was probably Europe's secret weapon.
Oh, sure.
You lost, you.
Now, when it's a Ryder Cup, can she get on the other team members, or can she only get on Lucas?
She'll be the coach.
I would love to go back and see the film. When did he win the Open? In 2009?
Yeah.
Love
see if she's a babe.
Want to see if she ran out onto the green and gave him the big hug.
Oh, I would imagine. Do we have little Glover children? Do we know?
Yeah, 2 kids.
Really? Were they home for
Yes, they witnessed this crackpot. Yeah.
Well, maybe we can get her up here at Hazelden. It's a fine institution, and give her about 30 days.
Her favorite word to call him is the P word.
Yeah.
Panda.
Putter?
Mm-hmm. Only it's not panda.
When you saw her mugshot too, Pat, I told this to Joe earlier, but she had that look of, I need one more vodka tonic.
But the poor guy,
before I go.
The poor guy, it got to the point where he told the deputies, man, I can't take this anymore.
So it's been, he's had to go through it for a few
He tried to keep him from arresting her. Mm-hmm. He's trying to keep the peace.
He doesn't live there, does he?
Well, yeah.
His Palm Beach guard, is he?
Jupiter.
So he lives there. Okay. So he gets to.
He won the 2009 Open, Rook.
This is the tournament where he gets to go home at night instead of go back to the hotel or something. So.
Oh, that's part of the problem right there.
Yeah.
Home sweet home.
Mm-hmm. Might be a neighbor of Louis.
No, Jupiter.
Yeah, Louis.
Jupiter's West Palm.
Louis got a spot in
West Palm.
Jupiter. Well, where's Tiger live?
Jupiter.
You can see Tiger's yacht from Louis' deck.
Okay, that's
Louis
Jupiter.
200 yards away.
Mm-hmm.
And right next to it is a bigger yacht of
All right, let's see what
Elan's
happens.
new.
He's got it. Lucas Glover, one-shot lead with 2 holes to play.
Well, that's not it, Rook. We need the end.
Hard.
How did it sound? Is it going live?
Sounded good. No. Right, let me see.
09 Open.
He loves it even more after being crowned the U.S. Open champion at Bethpage. How about that?
Bethpage.
Oh, he wanted Bethpage.
Yeah. So did we see her there?
Shorter,
I think that was her.
blonde,
That was her because she was saying,
"You suck."
Did she have a bottle of Jack in her hand?
Oh man.
We'll be back in just a moment, but now thanks to our great friends in Owatonna, Minnesota at Federated Insurance, where it's their business to protect your business, and nobody does that better than Federated. It's Bruce Vail from the Wall Street Journal in Your Money Now.
That's funny. I went to high school with Beth Page.
Did you?
Yeah, she was nice.
Yeah.
Hey, Glover made the cut. How much money did he make? I
Made
forgot
$21,000.
Oh, that's not too much. Okay, I thought maybe he made
What's wrong with you people? You're defending this.
I don't blame her, Bruce.
No, I'm not defending her, but I thought, he made money. Why is she complaining?
You can't live on $21,000 a week.
Oh, come on. I don't require half that. We're looking at some gains today. Not a bad day in the market. Small gains, but the market did recover a bit from yesterday with the Dow Jones Industrial Average up 62 points to 24,768. The NASDAQ Composite gained 46 points, and the S&P 500 rose 11. New home construction fell 3.7% in April from March's level, signaling perhaps some weakness in the housing market. Corporate America is seeking relief from President Trump's proposed tariffs on at least $50 billion in Chinese goods as U.S. and Chinese negotiators try to prevent a trade war. Best Buy wants televisions to be spared from those tariffs. And Amazon is offering new discounts for Prime members who shop at its Whole Foods grocery stores, adding another perk to its Prime service after hiking the price by 20%. Amazon will knock 10% off already discounted items at Whole Foods and each week cut prices on other products throughout the store. I'm Bruce Vail with Your Money Now on 1500 ESPN.
Okay, Bruce, off you go. We're going to go look at traffic, and we'll talk to you tomorrow. This report sponsored by KFC, northbound W clustering County C up to Highway 10. If you're bumping and humping between the downtowns, it's not too bad, under 15 minutes at least each way. Westbound 62 plowing the brakes, Hiawatha over to 34th. This summer, get a crispy chicken tenders $20 fill-up. The meal is
Sioux Community.
Yeah, okay, I get it. That's a funny joke, guys.
You get it now? I told that one to my Uncle Gary as a kid, and I got in big trouble.
The kiss the rabbit between the ears joke.
Uncle Gary, the late, great Uncle Gary Swanson.
Such, do you know it? Do it for Such.
Okay. Would you rather...
No. Do it in the voice you just did.
No, I can't.
Yes.
Joe, would you rather jump off the Empire State Building, or would you rather kiss a rabbit between the ears?
Kiss a rabbit between the ears.
All right, Joe, go ahead and...
He stands up and pulls his pockets out. Wow.
I told that one to my Uncle Gary as a youth, and I got in big trouble. Uncle Gary loved it, but
it's just hopeless.
It was, but I got in big trouble with the parents.
Aunt, whatever her name was,
Aunt Georgiana.
Yeah, she didn't approve.
Well, she kind of thought it was more my dad. It was Bob and Judith that said, "Hey, that's not okay."
Here's John Height.
Right,
Joe, you've never seen that one before, Joe?
Never heard that one.
So
Me
Kenny
either.
and Joe have never seen that, which I find
was
amazing.
Very big in Mandan.
Oh, it's huge in Mandan.
Got a lot of mileage out of that in
12.
grade school too.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh my God!
Yeah, you rural types are so dumb.
It's sunny and 85 degrees. Say, I did a little Tourette's study here.
Oh, I thought you were going to say joke.
What?
Like, no.
10% of Tourette's patients have the problem with swearing.
See,
very small number.
Not exactly.
Wow. And what it is a taboo thing.
I don't know if Izzy had the swearing part, did he?
No,
I don't think so.
Yeah,
I got
just when Pat was around.
So I think I have Fox.
What?
Fox.
F-A-U-X.
Like the animal.
F-A-U-X, Fox.
Faw. You don't pronounce the X, you're rural.
Fox. I got Fox.
I got it.
I got
We got it. You're making me nervous.
I got Fox. Tourette syndrome.
Yes.
I got Fox. Tourette syndrome.
Yes.
Never heard anybody try to throw the X in.
I haven't either. Is this our last show?
I
have Fox syndrome.
Fox.
No. He wore the Fox hat.
Yeah, wear the Fox
Oh my
hat.
gosh. The Twins and Cardinals
That was delicious.
playing down at Target Field.
I thought he did.
yet?
Are they still playing, John?
Oh, no, there's a pitching
The
change.
bases are loaded.
I thought Royce was going to say he didn't give to.
Speaking of the Fox, how about the rabbits?
Right. Let's.
the eighth inning.
Okay.
The Cardinals.
What do you do?
Yeah. You got to make sure your pockets are empty, right?
Yeah.
Would you rather jump off the Empire State Building or kiss a rabbit between the ears?
And then out come the rabbit
There
ears.
you go. My parents were very proud of my
one with Moeller.
9-year-old.
What are you talking about?
It's 7-4 Cardinals. They're in the bottom of the eighth. The Twins, though, have one out and the bases loaded.
Who's hitting?
Well, Robbie Grossman just walked.
Yeah, and he pinch hit for somebody, but I don't know who. So We might be at the bottom of the order, petite perhaps, or the top with Maurer.
Like I said, this was the day to have your Champions Club seats because you're getting your money's worth today.
Jeez. Now, the Twins did find out today, Jason Castro, he's gone for the entire season. Went in to have part of that meniscus removed in his right knee, but once the docs went in, they decided to repair what was left. As I said, he will miss the whole season.
Catcher with bad knees, man. That's not good.
News notes from today.
And you can't play him anywhere else to take advantage of his bat.
No.
Either.
News notes from today. Republican Party leaders say they expect Governor Mark Dayton to veto a tax bill squaring Minnesota's tax code with sweeping federal changes. The Senate passed the bill this afternoon, 34-33 along party lines, sending it to the governor's desk. The House had passed the bill on Tuesday, but the governor has said he will not sign the tax conformity bill unless lawmakers set aside $138 million to help 59 Minnesota schools who he says are suffering budget shortages. An administration official also says the governor is concerned the GOP plan helps the wealthy more than low and middle income families in the state.
So we can't cover the clocks anymore, though.
Why?
Garofalo told us that they don't. When I had him on the other day to talk about gambling, he said you can't cover the clocks anymore.
Mm-hmm. As the session winds down. Yep.
I didn't know we used to cover them.
Oh yeah, we used to cover the clock so we didn't know it was midnight.
I see.
No, Arnie, you didn't understand. Turn your clocks back.
A moderate magnitude 5.2 earthquake hit southern Mexico this morning, the country's seismology service said. That triggered alarms and evacuation procedures in the capital, although there were no immediate reports of casualties. The tremor was centered in the southwestern state of Guerrero. It was felt
5.2. That's hardly worth talking about, is it?
It felt lightly in Mexico City shortly after 9 a.m., and hundreds of people left office buildings and gathered in the streets.
Johnny, what's the update in Hawaii? How are we doing with the lava?
Well, now there's a big, it spewed a large plume of stuff that they're worried, of stuff that they don't want you to breathe. So that's the concern now, because they're saying it will cause respiratory problems if people actually breathe.
Is this the island that Honolulu is on?
No, sir. This is the Big Island.
Why is it called the Big Island if Honolulu ain't on it?
Because it's bigger than Oahu, which is where where Honolulu is.
Well, what's the main city on this island?
Hilo.
Oh. Carl, go ahead, please.
Yeah, they went into the nursing home. In the Al's room at the nursing home. And
who went in? What now? I'm sorry. Who went into a nursing home?
Well, the nurse.
Okay.
Went in to check on Al at the nursing home, and he was taking the shoe polish and putting it all over his swimsuit area. And the nurse said, "No, Al, you heard it wrong. They said turn the clocks back."
Oh, yikes.
Shoe polish? What the? I don't get it.
He was putting
shoe polish.
Shoe polish on his swimsuit area
to make it go.
To make it black.
Of all the people that needed it explained to him.
No, Al, you heard it wrong. They said turn your clocks back.
Well, I get the,
careful. See, Kenny, he had a hearing problem.
I get it.
He was old.
After yesterday, I don't know if we need this. But,
that's a good point.
You had a little trouble.
Yeah, we did.
On your show. Yeah.
A Florida teacher accused of drowning at least.
Power of a small audience.
Well, I got news for you. It was related to me by many people.
Has there been...
No.
Okay.
It's
Johnny Height.
Pretty quiet.
Here it is.
Johnny Height.
Well, then why are we talking about it?
Yeah, you guys brought it up. What the hell? U.S. Postal Service celebrated 100 years of airmail this week.
And God love them.
Yay!
It's been a century since the
I mailed my bills yesterday.
And the letter finally arrived.
It's been a century since the first U.S. government airmail plane took flight in May of 1918. To mark the occasion, pilots are flying vintage planes retracing the West Coast route with a stop at Meadows Field in Bakersfield, California. The planes used during the flight are Stearman speed mail biplanes made popular in the 1930s.
You know those airplanes they used to back in the early days of fighter planes where they just grab the bomb and
toss
throw
it out the side?
Is that what they did with the mail? Just throw it out.
Here you go, you bleeper!
Catch it.
Rook, you know Carl pretty well. Do you think that when he told the story of Al, did Al ask any questions before he started to do that procedure? Or do you think he just went with it because he thought that was the proper instruction?
I think he ran with it. I think he's been practicing that for a while.
Matt Lauer and his estranged wife, Annette Roque, are reportedly on the brink of a $100 million divorce.
Wow.
Matt Lauer and his wife.
Joe, for $1 million.
Who's Matt Lauer?
Who's Matt Lauer?
He's the disgraced morning TV guy.
All right.
Very good. I was just going to call him the disgraced Today journalist. You read my mind.
And you know that the magazines that still appear on the grocery counters, they can't get enough of telling you what an evil SOB Matt was.
Yeah. The Twins have scored on a wild pitch, now 7-5 Cardinals. According to Time Magazine, Lauer's earnings...
How did you pick that up when you're in the middle of your newscast? What exactly are you doing over there?
He's a damn professional.
You know why? Because right here in the TCL broadcast studios, he's capturing it on the 55-inch monster we have.
Can you see that TV
I'd
from
like
there,
to
John?
agree with you, Joe, but there's 2 computer screens in my way. I have a little screen right here I always keep my eye on.
Way to play along, dummy.
Jeez, you refuse to play along.
No, John is saying we could use a 55-inch TCL Roku television in the control room as well.
Why don't you guys come to my desk and watch my television that's so small and old that you can't even see how many outs there are each inning because it blocks the whole thing off?
Yeah, well, I'll get a small violin out here for you.
Wow. Okay, then. I'm just going to quit.
Oh, look at the time.
Hey, how are you?
No.
Let's go, Al.
A Russian woman is claiming to be the oldest person in the world, but she says her upcoming 129th birthday is nothing but punishment.
No, she's lying.
Another one of these.
No, this one's funny. She thinks God's been punishing her. Her whole life has been miserable.
Mm-hmm.
Really? Is that what she says?
Okay. Well, no, give us a little
fantastic.
info here.
It's a great story.
Koku Istanbulova.
Okay.
From Chechnya.
Oh, yeah.
Says she has not had a single happy day in her entire life.
Really? That's so awesome. I fell in love with her as soon as I heard that.
She has no idea how she managed to live this long.
What the hell does this do to the self-help industry?
Kenny, we have to get a photo of her behind the counter
at the coffee shop.
Yes.
Save that story for me, Jen.
Okay. I can
you
do
guys,
that.
Are you aware I've written 2 columns about the Krabby Coffee Shop?
Yes. Oh, really?
I am getting reaction from all over the country.
Really?
Please open one in Cincinnati. Please. I want this. The next time I do a Krabby Coffee Shop, I'm going to say, and our patron saint is this woman.
Her picture is right above the fireplace.
Too bad Royce and I are so lazy. We'll never, ever do it.
I'm running with this. But I've taken ownership of the Krabby Coffee Shop.
This lady, I could see myself moving in for a hug because I love her so much, and she'd wave me off. Get away from me.
John, what troubles has she had that would cause this negative attitude?
Well, first of all, she lives in Chechnya.
Yeah, that's number one. By the way, she says it's just God's will. She's lived this long. She says she doesn't eat meat, but she does love fermented milk.
Oh. What is that, I wonder? Eggnog?
Like evaporated milk? Or
You'll never drink eggnog again.
It'd be rotten milk, wouldn't it? Fermented?
Yeah.
In other words, that's her way of saying she likes booze.
Yeah, maybe.
Oh.
The claim that Istanbulova is about to turn 129 is made by the Russian government. It's based on her internal passport.
Oh, then it's a commie lie.
Shows her date of birth as the 1st of June, 1889. If that's correct, she was 27 already when the Russian Revolution unseated Tsar Nicholas II, 55 years old when World War II ended, and 102 when the Soviet Union collapsed. During the war, she says she recalls scary Nazi German tanks passing her family home. She and her family were later deported after the war, along with the entire Chechen nation, by Stalin, who accused them of Nazi collaboration. Asked how she'd lived so long, she said, I did nothing to make it happen. It's just God's will.
100 years from now, this is Glover's wife.
She said, I've not had a single happy day in my life.
Is she married, John, ever? Or kids?
I've always worked hard digging in the garden. I am tired.
Just take me home, Jesus.
Long life is not at all God's gift for me, but a punishment.
Oh, that's fantastic.
She's articulate and able to feed herself and walk, but her eyesight is failing. She has lost several children during her long life, including a son aged 6.
Well, she probably outlived a few, too. Huh?
Well, relatives say Istanbulova's only surviving daughter, Tamara, died 5 years ago at the age of 104.
Wait.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Right.
Okay.
Since the death of 117-year-old Nabi Tajima in Japan last month, the oldest documented woman in the world is Chiyo Miyako, born on May 2nd, 1901.
So what they don't believe the documentation for this woman?
Apparently not, yes.
Okay.
Have you seen a picture of this gal?
Yes.
She's going to look great behind the counter.
Giant blow-up of her. What's that quote again, John? Because we've got to put a quote under our photo.
I've not had a single happy day in my life.
That's going to be in bold letters.
And then
It's going to be like going to the Gopher Bar.
Yep.
That's what it's going to be.
So it's going to be the Gopher Bar Square.
Yeah, right.
She had I don't know if you guys saw the picture, but the picture I saw, she had an eye patch on one eye, too.
Yep. And kind of playing pirate. She's kind of rocking that pirate thing.
She kind of looked like Popeye with an eye patch.
All she ate was a corncob pipe.
Police were called to investigate a domestic disturbance in a southern German town and found a man arguing with a parrot. A resident in Lorach, near the Swiss border, called the emergency number to report his concerns about loud shouting from a next-door apartment. Police said Tuesday the officers sent to the scene found there was a loud argument going on, but it was between a 22-year-old man and a parrot.
Guy was arguing with his bird.
Man told him he had been annoyed with the bird, which belonged to his girlfriend. The parrot responded to being shouting at with loud noises of its own. Police said it couldn't speak, but it barked like a dog.
Come on, bark like a dog for me.
You can win an argument with a parrot. It's
you
real
think so?
easy.
Yeah.
You just reach in there and choke it to death.
You can do that with chickens, Patrick.
I'm not arguing with you. I'm just telling you why you are wrong.
Our Johnny Cochran, man.
Yep.
Still my favorite story.
Son of a bitch tried to stab me.
Comes stumbling in the house, loaded in darkness, runs into the parakeet cage, falls on it. Wife comes down, flip the steps on. The parakeet's laying on the kitchen floor with its feet up, and he says, "The SOB pulled a knife on me." He was a beauty.
What a guy.
He was one of the Luigi's guys, those lawyers that show up at Luigi's, man. Oh, it was he and Dougie Thompson and those guys. Wow.
Is John with us?
No, Big John's not. I don't think he is.
I think he lived on Baird Avenue.
He did.
Yep.
Supposed to be a smart guy.
Oh, he was a sharp dude.
Mm-hmm.
An Allegiant flight from Orlando to Grand Rapids was delayed Monday after an unruly passenger stole a flight attendant's demonstration life jacket and stuffed it in the toilet.
Oh, God.
Flight 682 was scheduled to depart at 8:30 in the morning, but it was delayed due to weather. A weather delay isn't unusual, but things got a little weird after that. A man on the flight was moved because he appeared to be intoxicated. They wanted to keep an eye on him. At that point, he grabbed the flight attendant's life jacket, the one they used for the demo, went into the restroom, put it into the toilet.
I would have been very disappointed in this to add to the delay. I would have suggested we all stop him to death right in the middle of the field. Right in the middle.
Hey, the guy in 4A, we're going to walk out right over him, right down this side.
The flight attendant.
Don't worry about his swimsuit area. He'll hit that hard.
The flight attendant who was trying to conduct the pre-flight safety demonstration began looking for the missing life jacket. Attendants asked over the intercom for whoever took the inflatable device to...
Where the hell is that damn life jacket?
I like how calmly you say it, though, that I would have found difficulty with it.
Whiskey really does cause people to have strange behavior, Johnny.
But I'm putting this in my loose leaf binder.
Yeah.
I've never stuffed an airplane life jacket in a toilet.
No, nor considered it.
Right.
And before Pat did his first stomp on the guy's leg or arm, he would say,
Why? Why? Why are you doing it?
That's a Royceism right
Sure,
there.
I've had difficulty with this, but I just want to know one thing. Why?
And with his hands out, because Pat talks with his hands.
Why?
Right.
Okay.
We got her.
Well, that's the way that gets. Timmy Kurkjian will be joining us today, and a lot of conversation about the Twinks and NBA, all that good stuff. So,
Well, your Twins aren't over yet.
no, but
There's
they're
one
getting,
out.
They're,
They're
getting
in the
closer.
bottom of the ninth. There's one out.
Cruising.
Nobody on.
2 games in a row with these fellas that were under 3. Today, it should be under 4, but just barely, right?
The Winnipegs are
12-10.
at Vegas tonight. I believe it's an 8 o'clock start. If you haven't seen the beginning of a game in Vegas during this playoff run,
They can bring out the...
tune in to see the theatrical nonsense. It's amazing. Just amazing.
Well, I am a big Jets fan. I'd like to see the Jets make it, but Vegas is faster than they are. I think Vegas wins. I think Vegas is going to win the series in
Isn't that amazing?
6 games. Yeah.
15.
They're great.
Well, they're going to the finals.
Yes.
1500 ESPN is KSTP St. Paul, Minneapolis. It's now being reported as only 82.
Hi, this is Chris Howard, host of Plugged In with Chris Howard. It's crazy to think that a few weeks ago we were talking about whether or not Tua Tagovailoa should consider retiring after 2 concussions and worldwide debates on player safety and NFL culpability. Tua has done nothing but go back to work and currently has the Dolphins riding a 3-game win streak and 1 loss behind the division favorite Buffalo Bills. While everyone was yapping about the end of his career, Tua Tagovailoa said he'll decide when it's time. And clearly, he's not ready to hang up the cleats. Hi, this is Chris Howard from the Plugged In with Chris Howard podcast. BetOnline.net is your #1 source for betting football and the start of the new basketball season. Find all the latest player developments, team matchups, news, podcasts, and in-depth analysis on every game. BetOnline remains your continued source for all your sports wagering information with live betting, up-to-the-minute scores for the fastest and easiest way to check in on all your favorite games and events, including the MLB playoffs, the start of the NHL season, MMA, boxing, and golf. And if you love sports podcasts, you can find those at BetOnline as well. Head to the website today or use your mobile device to learn more. BetOnline, where the game starts.